The United States was founded on July 4, 1776. Declaration of Independence, written primarily by Thomas Jefferson, it was adopted on July 4, 1776. First President, George Washington served as the first president from 1789 to 1797. Constitution. The U.S. Constitution was signed on September 17, 1787. Bill of Rights. The first 10 amendments to the Constitution were ratified in 1791. Largest state by area, Alaska is the largest state, covering over 663,300 square miles. Smallest state by area, Rhode Island is the smallest state, covering approximately 1,214 square miles. Most populous state, California is the most populous state, with over 39 million residents. Least populous state, Wyoming is the least populous state, with around 580,000 residents. Highest point, Denali, Mount McKinley, in Alaska, is the highest point in North America at 20,010 feet. Lowest point, Death Valley in California, is the lowest point in North America at 282 feet below sea level. Longest river, the Missouri River is the longest river in the U.S., stretching about 2,341 miles. Largest lake, Lake Superior, is the largest of the Great Lakes by surface area and volume. First capital, New York City was the first capital of the United States. Current capital, Washington, D.C. has been the capital since 1800. National bird, the bald eagle was chosen as the national bird in 1782. National anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, written by Francis Scott Key, became the national anthem in 1931. National flower, the rose was designated the national flower in 1986. Independence Day, the 4th of July is celebrated as Independence Day. Currency, the U.S. dollar, USD, is the official currency. First state, Delaware was the first state to ratify the Constitution on December 7, 1787. Latest state, Hawaii became the 50th state on August 21, 1959. Largest national park, Wrangell St. Elias in Alaska is the largest national park, encompassing over 13.2 million acres. Oldest national park, Yellowstone National Park, established in 1872, is the oldest. Oldest university, Harvard University, founded in 1636, is the oldest institution of higher learning. Most visited national park, Great Smoky Mountains. National park receives the most visitors annually. Mount Rushmore features the carved faces of Presidents George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Statue of Liberty, gifted by France in 1886, it stands as a symbol of freedom and democracy. Golden Gate Bridge, opened in 1937, it's an iconic suspension bridge in San Francisco, California. Space program, NASA was established in 1958. First moon landing, Apollo 11 landed on the moon on July 20, 1969. Hollywood, Los Angeles, California is the heart of the American film industry. Times Square, located in New York City, it is famous for its New Year's Eve ball drop. Silicon Valley, a major hub for technology companies located in Northern California. Broadway, renowned for its theater productions, located in New York City. Largest economy, the U.S. has the largest economy in the world. World War II, the U.S. played a crucial role in the Allied victory. Civil rights movement, a significant movement in the 1950s and 1960s to end racial segregation and discrimination. Super Bowl, the annual championship game of the NFL, widely watched. Baseball, often referred to as America's pastime. The Grand Canyon, one of the natural wonders of the world, located in Arizona. Niagara Falls, famous waterfalls located on the border between New York and Canada. Disneyland, opened in 1955 in Anaheim, California, the first of the Disney theme parks. Walt Disney World, opened in 1971 in Orlando, Florida, it is the largest Disney theme park resort. A group of 8 prestigious universities in the Northeastern U.S. Academy Awards. Also known as the Oscars, they are awarded for cinematic achievements. The Pentagon, the headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense. Smithsonian Institution, a group of museums and research institutions in Washington, D.C. CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, responsible for national security intelligence. FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Domestic Intelligence and Security Service. Amish communities, known for simple living, plain dress, and reluctance to adopt many conveniences of modern technology. Route 66, one of the original highways in the U.S. highway system, running from Chicago to Los Angeles. Pacific Crest Trail, a long-distance hiking trail running from the Mexican border to the Canadian border through the western U.S. Appalachian Trail. A hiking trail extending from Georgia to Maine. Jazz music originated in the African-American communities of New Orleans in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Country music originated in the southern U.S. in the 1920s. Blues music originated in the Deep South around the end of the 19th century. Rock and roll popularized in the 1950s and 1960s, with roots in rhythm and blues, jazz and country. Hip-hop originated in the Bronx, New York City during the 1970s. American football, the most popular sport in the U.S. NBA. The National Basketball Association, the Professional Basketball League. Major League Baseball, MLB, the Professional Baseball League. NHL, the National Hockey League, the Professional Ice Hockey League. U.S. Open, one of the 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments held annually in New York. Nobel Prizes. Americans have won more Nobel Prizes in all categories than any other country. Pulitzer Prize. Awarded for achievements in newspaper, magazine, and online journalism, literature, and musical composition. Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences bestows the annual Academy Awards. Fort Knox houses a large portion of the U.S. gold reserves. Wall Street, the financial district of New York City, home to the New York Stock Exchange. Silicon Valley, a global center for technology and innovation located in California. Mardi Gras, an annual festival held in New Orleans, Louisiana. Thanksgiving. Celebrated on the 4th Thursday of November, it commemorates the 1621 feast shared by the Pilgrims and Native Americans. Jazz Festival, the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, is a world-renowned event. Hurricane Katrina, one of the deadliest and most destructive hurricanes in U.S. history, striking in 2005. Manhattan Project, the World War II project that developed the first nuclear weapons. Apollo Program, the NASA mission series that landed the first humans on the moon. Watergate Scandal, a political scandal in the 1970s leading to President Nixon's resignation. Civil War, fought from 1861 to 1865, it was the deadliest conflict in U.S. history. Great Depression, a severe worldwide economic depression in the 1930s. Prohibition, the period from 1920 to 1933 when alcohol was banned in the U.S. Jazz Age. The 1920s, a period of prosperity and cultural change. Roaring Twenties, a period of economic prosperity and cultural change in the 1920s. Gilded Age, the late 19th century, marked by rapid economic growth and wealth disparity. Ellis Island, the primary immigration station for the U.S. from 1892 to 1954. Statue of Liberty symbolizes freedom and democracy, located in New York Harbor. Alcatraz Island, the site of the infamous federal penitentiary in San Francisco Bay. Hoover Dam, built during the Great Depression, it is a marvel of modern engineering. Route 66, known as the Main Street of America, it was one of the original highways.